This is the like a super interesting endgame study. I'm not even kidding, actually. Like, did we just stumble upon a gold mine? I need to put on my scouter to like read the power level of this ending right now. Yeah, bishop b3 is... What? Dude, if I had a mouthful of liquid, it would be all over my keyboard right now. What in the world? Your opponent played king e4 here? Oh my god, and you played a2? I think we all see the issue with a2 now. I'm not trying to rap on you. This bishop is under direct attack. Oh wait, I didn't even also see the time control situation. Does this have an increment? Can I tell? I don't know. I'm going to assume that there's no increment here. So yeah, bishop d5 here is just a clean win. This knight will be stuck guarding a2 forever. You go in with your king, you munch, crunch, and you win the game. All right. So your opponent played king f4, played a2, and he took. And then let's see. So from here, I am so incredibly curious of your technique on how you win this. Ooh, no. We got to go for the pawns. We got to go for these pawns here. Oh, yeah. Did I say win? I meant draw. Even still. So this position is a win for white. Because the thing is, it's a king pawn endgame, but they essentially have like infinite tempos, right? Like if they need a waiting move, they can just move the knight back and forth here. This is a mistake because it allows you to come in here and take this f pawn. And then the key here, so let's just play this out. If we did play king f3, white is going to go for your pawns. You're going to go for his pawns. What is this methodology? Wait, is this like what happened in the game? G5 was just a mistake. Oh, your opponent messed up here. Oh my, wait, this is actually very interesting. This is the like a super interesting endgame study. I'm not even kidding, actually. Like, did we just stumble upon a gold mine? What is going on here in this endgame? This move loses. King f3 wins. I understand. Wins. King f3 draws. I understand why it draws. Because we're going to come in here and munch these pawns. The white pawns can't really advance because we take them. There's like this scenario where black has the ability to almost run back, take the knight, and then, as we're going to see here, because... Oh my goodness. This is like actually crazy. So you played g5. And this is what white has. White has king f6. And after you played h5, they're supposed to go f3 check. This is insane, actually. Because f3 check wins for white, and h3 check draws the game. Does anybody know why this draws? I think I understand why, but I want to see if anybody has any ideas. This is like insane, dude. I'm putting on like I need to put on my scouter to like read the power level of this ending right now. This is insane that h3 draws, but f3 wins. Is the amount of squares that the king will have between here and the queen side, I think. And I also think that it is because of the white king's ability to like take these pawns. First off, let's look why f3 check wins. Oh my, if I could just like, I don't know, control the game. Here we go. Why does f3 check win? So if we take king takes, what happens if king takes h5? Does this... Oh, and we go to the queen side. Oh my god. White is going to be able to... Oh, this is a draw. Oh, knight c1 check, duh. It has to do with the squares. This is insane. Oh my god. King d3 loses because knight c1 check and they pick up the pawn. This is a fork. The black king literally has to travel all the way around. Oh my god, he can't even go there. Has to travel all the way around in order to not lose the game. Or in order to like try and make progress. And we are just in time to promote, and the king moves, and we can sacrifice the queen here for the pawn, and we have another pawn in order to win. And if we go back, h3, king takes g5, king g2. Oh my god, it's because we're going to win the g3 pawn. Or we're going to win one of these pawns, right? Because we're going to take on f2. It's because the king's path... Oh my god. So here, on f3, when we take, the king's path doesn't have a pawn in it, right? White maintains this extra pawn on the king side. But if we play h3, in order for the black king to make his way over to the queen side, he literally has to travel through one of these pawns. So after king takes g5 and king g2, no matter what, white is going to lose one of these pawns. If they play f4, king takes g3, and it literally is saying to go f5 to do this pawn race. But obviously, if king takes pawn here, black is going to take, and then this is just a draw, right? We're going to chase this king down. The knight's going to stop this pawn. If king takes here, we actually have h4. Wow. Let's see what else there is. Yeah, g4. If king takes h5, let's look at this line. This is the other line. King takes h5, king takes f2, g4. And now we have to be super, super cautious because the king still has to come over to the queen side. Oh my god. This is literally a blunder. Oh, because then we would have to go all the way around again. So the king has to go to e1, then g5, king d1, here, king c2, g7, or... let's say for clarity's sake, knight e1, king b1, here, takes, here. And this position, ladies and gentlemen, is a draw. If you don't know why this is a draw, it's because when the queen checks, the king can hide here on a1. And if you try to bring the king over, this is stalemate. The king has put himself into a cubby, and it's impossible to actually win here. Wow. Endgame gem in this game here. This is crazy, actually. I love stuff like this. Okay, so in this position, your opponent played king g6. This actually still wins too because the king is keeping an eye on both of these pawns. This is good. And then this is the blunder because this move literally seals white's fate and having to give up at least two of the kingside pawns here. The move that white had to play, I don't know if anybody can even find this move that white had to play here. I don't know if I would ever be able to find this in a game. I don't know if anybody would. Knight a1 is a very good guess. Oh my god. Black is winning. If knight a1, black is winning. Why is black winning? Does anybody know why black is winning? This is crazy. Can somebody tell me why black is winning in this position? Oh my god. Something with the pawn. LeBone. H3. H3. Are you kidding me? The king can't take it. If the knight goes back to b3, king f3 takes, and we don't take on f2. No. We play king g2. And we're going to take this pawn and promote the h pawn. This knight can never leave its post. And black is going to win the game and promote. Wow. Wow. So knight a1 is not the move here. It appears to be, I'll just say it, king h6. And now if we try to play h3, Shut up. Shut. Oh my god. Guys, I'm being so for real. I'm gonna start crying. White to move and win here. White to move and win. I'm not kidding, guys. I'm getting emotional. This is the most insane endgame I have ever seen in a game. Yes, dude. Ready for a win. Got this. Does everybody see this? Look at this. 54. Oh my god. Are you serious? If we queen, there's checkmate. Oh my god. The Black King is stuck. The only legal move here is A1 is equal to queen. Or A1 is equal to some piece. The only move is to play F3. Or the only winning move is to play F3 checkmate. Because I was thinking to myself, I was like, why can Black not just play H3 and go for this now? It's because he literally would be stalemating himself. And because of this detail, Black cannot play H3 and he has to move his king, right? And if he plays like, you know, anywhere away, then we take this pawn and we get the original situation that we once had, that White will now have this position with 2 pawns. And he can sacrifice for 1 on H2 and he will win the game with his extra pawn. That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Oh my god, dude. I need to get a heart rate monitor. LeBone, do you officially win the best game that has been sent in? This is a gem. I love this end game. Oh my god. This should be in a book. I'm actually not kidding. Wow. Eldon said, why does H3 not work in this position? Oh, after king takes G5. Let's see. King G6 was played here. King H6. King F3. King takes H5 here. Ah. Now we can play G4. And if King G2, King F4, King takes H2. Oh my god. And it's an equal pawn race. Is it? G5, King G1, G6, H2, here. Oh my god. G8 equals queen. And it will be mating. If king takes... Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude. If king takes F2, there's checkmate in 9. Queen G3, King F1, Queen D3, King G1, Queen E3, King G2, Queen E2, King G1, and then the classic King G3. And this mate's threat is pretty much unstoppable, or you have to give up the queen. So that was a really good question. But actually, it's literally because this G pawn will then promote on time in order to like make it a winning endgame. Even though that they queen at the same time, White is going to remain victorious here because they also are queening with check here, which is pivotal. And Queen G3 will actually win the game on the spot. Oh my god! Because of the time in game, I just wanted to exchange and King Khan his knight. Yeah, that's like. The thing, like, imagine that you had like 6 hours to play this position. You like see all these ideas. I would be like spazzing out in my chair, bro, like kicking my feet. Oh my god. What was the next one you said? Somebody else wanted to look at King F6. So in this position, I guess King F5 here. Let's see. King F5 is still a win because this line still wins for White, right? because we're looking at king h6. I cannot believe h3. That is so crazy. This position would literally, oh my god, be so different. So king f5. I meant instead of h6, f6. Oh, okay. King f6 here. This is a draw. Oh my god. It's a draw. What is the difference with king f6 instead of king h6? This is insane. This endgame has me geeked, bro. Oh my god. What is the difference between king f6 and king h6? There's a glaring one. What move can black play now? Can anybody tell me? Oh my god, I'm gonna like call my mom after this. This is insane. Golden got it. Yeah, h3. And what's the difference now? Now if we play knight d4, black is winning. Because if we queen, f3 is no longer checkmate. We could go king h5. The king's no longer controlling the square. So king f6, h3 actually works here. The only move that actually does not lose for white is king e5. And then we still have this idea to go in and fish for the pawn on h2. We'll go king f3. Oh my gosh. Dude, this is so complex. Like, black could win this if white is not careful here. g4, king g2. Okay, we're gonna go for this pawn again. If king takes g4, we have king e4 and we prevent the king from coming in. Okay, so this will at least be a draw. We prevent black's idea. So king g2, and we get away with it. We get away with it this time because of f4. And if we take here, king takes h2, we have the same scenario. And this time it's a draw because there's no pawn on f2. Are you serious? Black just plays queen g2 and he lives here. And this is a draw. White can't checkmate with a knight. Yeah, I think a lot of people would actually lose here as white. This is crazy. This is so crazy. That's the pivotal difference. Because in the previous line that we looked at, king g6 here, and then king h6. King h6 is the only winning move here, which is so crazy. The only winning move. Like, this position should actually like be put in a book. Like, from white's perspective. This is like deep calculation. Seriously. I'm gonna actually take a screenshot of this. I'm gonna post this in my Discord, be like, this is the puzzle of the day. Oh my god. It's so crazy because the engine says it's plus 18.2, but only if you play king h6. And then now to our previous example, right? So here, king f3, right? We can't play h3 because of the checkmate. Whoopsie. And king takes h5, h3. Now we have g4, right? And g4 in this example, not to, beat a dead horse, here, if queen g2, we can take and king takes, and then we have f3. We have this extra pawn that is going to win us the game. All right, what if h takes g3 in any of these lines? H takes g3, I think we'll lose immediately for black. So, okay, we'll start from king h6. Well, actually, I think h takes g3 is what was played in the game. No, he played g takes h4. King h6, pawn takes g3, let's say. Then the issue, I guess it actually doesn't really matter which pawn we take back with. I would say the h pawn. King h3 takes, king f4. And white will actually, because the king is so far away, white will actually be able to promote. Whoa. H takes c3 here, and then king f3. King f3, we're going to run into that same issue where if the king takes here and we try to run over to the queen side, now white has two pawns, and he can promote one and then sacrifice it for the a2 pawn. Dude. I'm still tweaking out over h3 knight d4 like that. was ridiculous. Okay, let's look at the end of this game. I'm sad this has to end because this is like actually the craziest thing I've ever looked at in my life. So the only winning move here is king h6, and we analyzed why king h6 is the move here. G takes h4, and then this is the draw here. Black can actually draw after G takes h4. King f6. The easiest one would have been to play h3, right? And it's actually going to be white who's going to have to be very precise here because you can march the king around and take this h2 pawn if he's not particular. Say king e5, king f3. He has to be very particular. There's only one move in this spot that actually draws for white. And that move is king d4. Because you can't like come over here and try and stop it with the king. The black king's going to be able to come to g2, especially because this f2 pawn is here, right? If we take here, we would love to play king f2 and stop the black king, but you have a pawn here. So king f3, king g1, and black will win the game. King d4, king g2. The only surviving line here for white is f4. He has to make his own queen. And we don't even promote with check, but this is a draw. This is a drawing line. It's all a draw, right? Because as soon as the queens are traded off the board, GG. Black can maybe try and queen, but it's not going to happen because the knight's always going to be protecting this square. Holy crap. Okay, so but the thing is, king h3 is still winning, or excuse me, still a draw. It's just you kind of remove white's chances of winning, and now you have the alternate plan. Oh my god. White is winning now. Because you can't get over to the queen side. The move here, does anybody know the move here? The move here is insane. The move for black, yes, Eldon got it. King g2. Oh my god. I'm gonna rip out all my hair. What is going on? What is going on? King g2 must be played here. Let's first look at why king h2 is winning, okay? White obviously has only one response, king to h4, and we can't go king g3 and stop this f4 push. So king g1, f4, king f1, right? Remember, we have to come along this like back rank because if the king ever goes to d3, the knight can go to c1 and fork us. d2 and d4 are protected by the knight. So we got to haul ass over to the queen side. And I just don't think we're going to make it in time. King c2. Guys. The pawn push can be stopped. It can't be stopped, but we still reach a position with the king and the knight. My question is, why is this now a win for white? What is the like there's only yes. This is a win for white now. The difference is the king is no longer on a1, so we could play queen f6 and cut off the long diagonal. The king can no longer go to g7. And then we plant the queen on a1, and then we basically have infinite tempo to bring our king over. So this is a win for white after king takes h2. Unbelievable. And now if knight a1, what's the issue with knight a1 now? What's the issue with knight a1? Knight a1 forces a check, so the black king is going to move. And now... Oh, excuse me. We have to go king b2. There's no nuance. Now when we go king b2, f8, and we take, and the king is in the corner. And king b1 loses because of knight b3. And we basically fish the king back out of the corner, and we can do this idea again. King b2, if knight b3, it's a tempo too late now. And black also gets his own queen. Oh my god. Dude. Dude, I've spent like 45 minutes on this one position. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm lightheaded. Okay. Let's go back to our move. G takes H4, takes. So why then? We're not done. We see the why king takes H2. Oh my god. We see then why king takes H2 is a loss, right? Because we're gonna take, promote, and the king will be stuck on B3, and we can cut him off from his access to A1 by 1 tempo. You're telling me, LeBone, you didn't see this like 20 moves in advance, dude? Come on, get good. This is insane. King G2 is a draw. If king takes H4, now because we didn't waste time going king to H2, we are basically 1 tempo forward. We're 1 tempo closer to the queen side. So takes, and if we go for this whole line, oops. Oh my god, wait, black wins in this line. Check. King B1, here, takes, here, king out, H8 queen, A1 queen. And it's a draw. Yeah, LeBone, you didn't see this in 20 seconds, dude? I didn't even see all this in 45 minutes. King F6. Wow. Okay, let's see if here... What if they play F4? Oh. What's the winning move? The theme of this entire puzzle here. This is the theme of this whole study. There's only one move that draws here. And I bet you can probably guess what it is, because we've talked about it so many times. Enlighten me, bro. What is the move here for black? H3! Double exclam! Oh my god. And white can only push. And black manages to get his queen over here on this side of the board. Oh my god. Yeah. And this is a draw. So let's go back here. So you did play king takes H2. And white can win here. So he did go king takes H4. King G2. This is what happened in the game. Oh, this loses on the spot. Dude, remind is reminding me to hydrate because I'm literally lightheaded right now. Oh my god. King D3 loses on the spot, unfortunately. I know your opponent didn't have time, but we still always have this move, knight C1. We have this invisible barrier, right? The knight is now forking the king and the pawn. F7, or like, excuse me. King will move, we take, and then F7. And white is going to win this endgame. So that's why we have to go through this southern route, like we were pointing out earlier. We have to like go king here on the bottom, and then back to C2, and then to B1. So anyways, you did this. F7 here, and your opponent played knight A1. This was the critical mistake. He played knight A1 and drew the game. Which is, I understand why, right? The king is going to take the knight, and you don't want that. But the key is that F8, king takes, and then you have this cutoff move. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But after knight A1, this is what happened in the game. King B2 takes, and this is a draw. And he made no progress here. This is a draw. Wow. Wow. Is F6 not possible anymore? The question was, is F6 not possible anymore after knight A1? The thing is, the main issue is with knight A1, like you're literally luring the black king to this square where he is like asking to get stalemated and it will be a draw. I think we should put a cork in that. I don't even know. I'm going to make a YouTube video out of that. Review of all time, bro. Thank you. I got more. I'll go over anybody's games.